Have you heard?
Rain outlines your fate.
Dodge this!
Prepare to be blown away! Rain cutter! Body and mind.
Oh, so sorry.
Not good.
Cool it!
I'll protect us.
Freeze! Dodge this!
No, my sword! May my final stand be a monument. Let the show be. Rain outlines your fate. Windblade! Come on, we can do it!
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Let me read you a verse. Body and mind.
Cool it!
Time to... Windblade! Yeah!
Freeze!
Body and mind.
Have you heard? The rite of
Something
parting.
terrible happen again? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat. The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you
again?
heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting?
Have
Did
you
something
heard?
terrible happen
The rite
again?
of parting.
The rite of parting?
Have you heard?
Did something
The
terrible
rite of
happen
parting.
again? I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me. The
Have
rite
you
of
heard?
parting?
The rite of
Did
parting.
something terrible happen again?
Have you
The
heard?
rite of parting?
The rite of parting.
Did something terrible happen again?
If my calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
still have documents to deliver to the Ministry of Civil Affairs today.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry? What's the hurry? Dodge this! Freeze! Dodge this!
Propagate! Happy to oblige.
Looking for trouble?
Scatter!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Propagate!
Want this?
Scatter!
I'll take my dodge this! I'll take my
I'll keep this close.
Provisioning.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you—
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you—
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about— At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
But without any Sunset Vermilionite—
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just— Wouldn't it be a little,
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where—
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please—
Okay, we will be. should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it,
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the...
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the cloud. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful. Obey! Unleash! Manifest!
Unleash!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Obey! Unleash! Cryo Incarnate! Obey! Manifest! You will regret this!
Freeze! Ha! Ha! Ah! Ha! Ha! Ha!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Unleash! Obey!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
That's cheap! Obey! Manifest! Unleash!
Dodge this!
Manifest! Unleash! Do your master's bidding!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Manifest! Obey!
Freeze!
Unleash! Obey! Unleash!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So, look, Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it.
Mind be purged. World be saved.
Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
My pole arm doesn't distinguish friend from foe, and there is clearly a limit to the red rope's power. That's why I loathe crowded areas. Manifest! By ordinance divine!
frozen in time.
Scatter! Exterminate!
Obey! Manifest! Unleash! You will regret this!
Dodge this!
Propagate! No escape!
Freeze!
Obey! Manifest! Unleash! Obey! Unleash!
Not so hard! Get him! Hey!
Cryo incarnate! Obey! Manifest!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Unleash! By ordinance divine! Manifest! Unleash!
Vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself... You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy...
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes. How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may...
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhua! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises!
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal.
But I am not...
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy...
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking...
Hi there. Checking in, are we? Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of... So, business is boom.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just... Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it at...
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her...
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti...
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her...
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children, that she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practice. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, the red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious if she handles it admirably. One is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kinda hard to deal with. Hey, so, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check it. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master... After all, Master is...
Sorry, Shenhe.
It's okay. I don't... The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adept. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the...
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to fight. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
The Jade Chamber is floating, but it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vatuian Osile, right? Oh, sure enough. Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who may...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yoon, or Yoonjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet ya. Miss Yoon is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only... To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the Plostrite required.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between... Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how does it change things?
I think I see where you're going with... The Plostrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them.
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent...
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote... It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there. came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks. And no wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here.
The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in... What's the story about?
It's the story of a girl.
Cool. A hero's...
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, the wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke him. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, if you...
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh.
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no... Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl
No! Don't...
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story, but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the... I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that, but opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention...
I think it's a great story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves...
A reward on the road.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
I'll keep this close.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse... Huh, he didn't...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. And this place is deserted now. No one ever comes here.
Huh? You know this guy?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite...
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation... The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. So, Shen, now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus. And so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera, and she didn't volunteer. She was... Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looked...
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk. Let's go back and tell Shenhe.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't I bring flowers back here every year. And each time...
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth...
It must have been so tough for you all these...
Shenhe! We're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhua, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake!
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend...
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
There's no end to this.
Let it rain.
What's the hurry?
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
I got you. Picked the wrong test subject. The hunter becomes the hunted.
I'll keep this close.
Oh, goodness.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality—
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us. Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest—
What?
It's over already? I haven't even...
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with...
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first! This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the...
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my...
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for...
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of...
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other...
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time...
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang!
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, if you want to know how to make money. I will honor our agreement and give you an answer.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question!
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come... No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime...
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging?
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope...
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a quick...
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get a Ningguang. Don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millelith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better... When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to and I hope that you can all witness it. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let will you be the only one taking this risk?
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
In your dreams! Obey! Manifest! Chia! Ha! Chia! Chia!
Bet you can't keep up with me! Not so hard! No one escapes my sight!
Unleash! Manifest! Obey! Do your master's bidding! Spring forth!
To cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
Unleash! Obey!
Dodge this!
Unleash! Obey! Manifest! Obey! Unleash!
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade...
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Ginshin Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millelith, thank you.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the... I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect...
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novelty. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt...
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good... In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may...
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing!
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equal—
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Hey, look!
惯到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well. It was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Also,
you're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced The play has an ending, but life goes on.
Thank you. Oh, I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, wait. You're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. Let me pull up a chair, all right? We'll all have a friendly chat.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your...
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm... Huh? Huh?
Aren't you?
from? I'm catching up with you, traveler.
Leave it to me.
Freeze! Dodge this! Cool it!
Propagate!
You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
You're in for a little shock.
Cool it!
No escape! That's cheating!
Freeze!
Propagate!
You're in for a little shock.
What's the hurt? Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Cool it. Freeze! What's the hurry? I'm getting tired of this game. I'm not done. Cool it! Dodge this!
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little.
Cool it! What's the hurry? What's the hurry? Come on. Let's get moving.